Welcome back. We have Shannon Becker live in studio this morning to help us close the week out with his Big Three stories.
That's right. Big Three live breaking news when we're out on the streets getting those tips. I tell you, that's what we really rely on because we can't be everywhere at once.
Okay.
Number 3 this week, Joplin News First. Grass fires plagued not only Carl Junction, but the entire region this last weekend. We're talking Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri. This was a 50-acre grass fire Carl Junction battled on Saturday afternoon, their second big grass fire that day.
How many acres?
It's about 50 acres. Which,
wow.
I mean, that's a lot, but it's still, you know, it's about a half square mile. Like this, here's an old fence post, you know, made of wood, stuff like that. Still burns for hours. So
right.
They were out there into the darkness that night. And no one was injured and no structures were burned also. They did a great job with that.
Those wind gusts were ridiculous.
50, 55 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Number 2 story, KOAM News Now. This is later on that night. 50, 55 mile an hour wind gusts in Carthage. This is video from my friend John Hacker. He just happened to be on the square and heard the sirens. That is a former sheet metal business. Now a warehouse, now a gone warehouse, it caught fire. And then it spread to a nearby church, the church building adjacent to it. And that is the oldest Latino church in Carthage. They'll be relocated. Haven't talked to them yet, but they could build on that same spot or relocate to another spot. But their spirits are still up. And then our number 1 story of the week. I had a good friend who was actually on this train, her and her husband, as it rolled Silver Dollar City. These are pictures that she took off of her camera. It happened at Silver Dollar City the other day. Nobody was seriously injured. 7 people transported to the hospital. She said, you know, since they were out in the woods there, the people that were injured, they put on side-by-sides and then took them to meet the EMS crews out in the parking lot and stuff. But she said they're very sore, obviously.
Oh, I imagine. I've ridden this train multiple times.
Yeah.
It's a great ride. It takes you all around the park.
Right.
They give you a tour of all the rides and attractions that they have there. And what's interesting, have you been on this train?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
we all have.
They go by, and do you remember going by where there's like an old train wreck?
Yeah.
And like they're gonna have to change their story now
Maybe,
because the current train is the one that,
Yeah, the Bald Knobber's done it. Well, the Missouri Division of Fire Safety, I heard you talk about it earlier. Yeah, they did release a statement yesterday. They're done with that initial investigation, but they'll come back with an engineering firm for more investigation. The park remains open, but the train is closed. And then our bonus story of the week. This is a really incredible story. Seneca Fire Department in Seneca, they were working to build their new fire station since about 2015. Then they kind of ran in, they were just waiting for more money. And it's about a $700,000 project. And then Glenna Wallace, the chief of the Eastern Shawnee tribe last year, said, how much more do you guys need? And they said, we have a bid for $273,000. And she said, we took that bid and we paid $273,000. So it was really incredible to see that across the state line in Oklahoma, they helped finish a fire station in Missouri. And she said, you know, a state line doesn't stop our community. She said, you know, we're one community, Seneca and Eastern Shawnee. I thought it was really good. It gives me goosebumps even telling the story.
Yeah.
So Chief Tyler Crow was there and talked to everybody. And then, of course, Chief Glenna Wallace was there as well. Check it out on our website, KOAM News Now. It's our bonus story of the week.
All right. And excited that we're out live at Drake and More this week, too, because that was one of your big highlights on last week's bonus story.
So you can click on our website and find that list. And we've got about 8 different places where you can go. And it's fun. You can stay in the car with the kids. I started doing this list because of COVID. You know, couldn't get around everybody. So you could just kind of drive by and see the lights and stuff. But it's kind of stuck around. I think everybody enjoys it. So Drake and Moore's at the top of that list.
All right. Hey, there's another live look at Drake and More right there. We have our
looks great
photographer Olivia Opal out there giving us scenes.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We'll have you come back again on the KOA Morning News on Fox 14.
Sounds good.
We'll be right back.